welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. Look, hands-free! I mentioned in a previous video that I got a ring light. I am still learning it. So when I made that other video, I was pushing the button and the video wouldn't stop, so I had to just manually do it. So that might happen here too. I think it's just user error. But anyway, hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. Today we are going to make beef stew and I'm so happy to do it hands-free. So I'm going to show you guys how I make beef stew. I learned it from my mother and it's very simple. Basically, I just make vegetable soup. There's very little beef in it. I made it for Brandon when we first started dating and he's like, so it's just mostly vegetables. And I was like, exactly. So there is beef in it. So what we've got here is we just have stew meat. And you guys know, because this is the Frugal Life, I take this meat and I cut the pieces into smaller pieces just to stretch it out a little bit. We are going to use frozen pearl onions. I'm just making a really simple version of it. You can totally use canned vegetables, fresh vegetables, whatever you want. I'm just going super easy this time and we're going to do some pearl onions. I thought that would be fun. Then I got this giant bag of mixed vegetables. It is 5 pounds and it is corn, carrots, green beans, and peas. And there was a whole big saga about finding mixed vegetables. I know that they used to have something called like stew mix and it had pearl onions in it. But when I went to several different grocery stores like Walmart, Martin's, and there was a couple other little like locally ones, and they had stew or soup mixes, but they were like vegetables that I wouldn't necessarily eat with beef stew. Anyway, it was a whole big saga. We did find a big bag of them at Costco, but I want to say it was like 10 pounds or something like that, which would be great, but our freezer's pretty full right now, so I couldn't commit to that. But anyway, 5 pounds of that. Then we are going to be using, this is just 100% tomato juice. I got these on clearance at Target. They're usually $3. I got them for $1.50 a while back on clearance. I got 4 of them, so we're going to use 2. Then we're going to use some dry pearl barley. You do not have to use this. We had it and I've used it before in my beef stew and I think it gives it a little something. You could also add rice or not, you know, whatever you guys want. So I have this burner on. I'm going to use some vegetable oil and we're going to put it in my pot. Okay, I'm going to let that heat up for a minute. It's kind of weird having you guys in my kitchen like this, but I like it. So sorry in advance that you can't like see inside the pot, but I'm just going to stir that around. So we've got oil in there, and then I'm just going to add the meat to the pot and let it brown. I should have added the meat first and then the oil. But, you know, leave it to me to make it more complicated when I've got an audience. Because I'm trying not to burn myself in front of everybody. Okay. And that's not going to take long. All right, I'm going to wash my hands while that's starting to cook. want this to get brown, and it's gonna stew for a while, like, you know, with all the liquid and everything, so the meat doesn't necessarily need to be cooked all the way through. All right, I will. There you go, guys. So it's already like halfway cooked, okay? So at that point, my mom always added flour. Why, I'm not really sure, but that's the way she always did it, so that's the way I'm doing it. This is just plain white flour. And I never measure it. Just sprinkle that on there. I'm sure there's a reason for it, like thickening it up or something, I don't know. But when I was a girl, I would help my mom make this, and I loved the beef cooked with the oil and the flour, and I just loved the way that that tasted. Okay, we got that all going. Okay, see? And it smells really good already. Okay, so then at that point, I'm going to add the vegetable juice. Now you could use V8 or I know that they have like a lower sodium vegetable juice and stuff. You could totally do that. This is just what I had on hand, so this is what I'm going to use. I've also used, like, they also have like the V8 or the tomato juice that's like spicy, so you could totally use that too. Oh, and I have my burner on medium. I forgot to mention that. There we go. I'm going to turn this up a little bit just so that this juice can get a little warm, and then I'm going to add the vegetables to it and the barley. Okay, and we're going to go up here and let's see. You could use bay leaves or what have you, but I'm going to add some of this garlic and herb spice that I get from the Dollar Tree. You could do salt, pepper, or whatever, you know, personal preference. If you like it spicy, you could add some sort of Cajun seasoning. That would be fine. Remember, guys, use what you like and what you have on hand. Okay, we'll get that in there. Let's see. I think I'm going to use this too. This is like herbe de Provence. It smells really good. It's like, what's in there? Rosemary and lavender and all sorts of stuff. I got this on clearance someplace. Okay. Now that's going, and I'm going to open up my pearl barley here. You guys know I don't usually measure, but let's see. How much do I want to do? This stuff expands too, so I think I'm only going to use 1/3 of a cup. Of course, I can't get the cup to stay up. And pearl barley is very versatile. I don't think enough people use it anymore. I feel like it's something like your grandma would use, but I really like it. I remember I worked for a family and the mom put pearl barley in basically every soup or stew that she made, and it's just something that I've always liked since then. So that's what it looks like. And what else? So we've got that, and we're gonna start adding vegetables. And some of you guys might have never seen, I'm sure you guys have seen pearl onions, but they're just like, you know, they're just fun. They're just something fun. Okay, start with that. I did have scissors around here someplace, but I think I have used them all. I've been doing a lot of cooking, so. That was a rogue pea. I will pick that up later. I'm going to add some more vegetables. Some more vegetables. And I'm going to add the rest of the pearl onions. Brandon and I like a lot of onions, so. And then I'm going to add the pearl barley. And I am going to let this come to a boil, like not very long though, and then I will turn it down to a simmer. Okay. Now, a little secret that I like to add, but you guys totally don't have to, is I add a spoonful of sugar. I do that pretty much with any pasta dish, or this is not pasta, but you know what I mean, like tomato based. I think it just makes it taste better. And I figure if we're eating at home, it's got less sugar in it than if we would have gone out. Okay. And I still have the vegetables out because I think I'm going to add another scoop of vegetables. This is literally how I cook, guys. Just like, this looks good. This looks good. And it keeps these Brandon and I fed, so I must be doing something. All right, that should be good. And then we'll get this put away and back in the freezer. My freezer's right here next to you guys. Okay guys, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let this, like I said, it's gonna come to a boil, and then I'm gonna put it down to a simmer, and I will probably let it just simmer for 20-25 minutes or so, and then I will let it rest. We have already eaten dinner today, so this is going to be for the next couple of days after this. And then, as you guys always know, after we eat it for a couple of days, the rest goes into the freezer, and it is labeled. Yeah. Looks good. And you know what? I am going to add some more pearl barley. I want this to be a really hearty soup, so I'm gonna add some more of that. And there you go. So this is a little bit different cook with me. You guys actually got to see me kind of wrestling around, and like I said, it was a little like somebody's behind me watching me, but it's just gonna take some getting used to. Oh, I forgot, lost my clicker. Okay guys, so that is my beef stew recipe. Again, use what you like, your preferences, and what you have on hand. I personally love potatoes in a beef stew, but because I freeze basically everything that I make, I have found that in beef stew in particular, potatoes do not hold up well in the freezer. Some things, potatoes will hold up well, but I don't know if it's the acidity in the tomato juice or what, but if you're going to be eating it and to completion and not freezing it, then totally add potatoes. But I don't think that turns out that good. Anyway, so just vegetables, some beef, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of flour, a little bit of oil, some pearl barley or rice or not, whatever strikes your fancy, some seasonings, and you've got a hearty beef stew. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life Mercedes. Until next time guys, bye.